Okay, so I'm going to do the August astrology. So for August, of course, what I say is astrology for the world globally is different than what astrology is, let's say, on a personal level. But some energies of planets do manifest for me on the personal level, so I'm going to do, let's say, let's say, so for August 4th, Venus enters Virgo. So relationships and love in itself will have this quality where you'll be inspired to take care of the more practical, small, detail-oriented side of relationships. And yeah. So that's Venus entering Virgo, which is for August 4th. For August 4th, also Leo is a new moon. So it is time to embrace the concept of love, free will, play, and also romantic, play regarding romantic things, having fun. It's the time to embrace that because you can capitalize on the energy of that during this Leo full moon. For August 5th, Mercury retrograde begins in Virgo. So for Mercury retrograde beginning in Virgo, things that regarding the practical application of life, where you take care of these small, minuscule details and practical things. Things regarding that, you might, let's say, have the desire to take care of these practical, minuscule details in life. But taking care of things practically regarding these things in life will manifest into, let's say, a failure because of this Mercury retrograde. So essentially, because this practicality, these small detail-oriented things and practical stuff, because that will fail, it's really the time to easen up the stress in life and create, let's say, opportunity to prioritize things that are fun. And remember that prioritizing things that are fun and for enjoyment is not the same as neglecting responsibility. In fact, when you do that, you'll add something in your life instead of subtract from that part of your life. August 7th, Mercury in Virgo conjunction in Venus in Virgo. Because Mercury is in the same sign of Venus in Virgo, it is really great when you capitalize on the benefits that communication will have during this time in the context of your relationships in your life. So whatever you communicate during those relationships, those communications will be beneficial and will create harmony and will create prosperity if you do so. August 12th, first quarter moon in Scorpio. First quarter moon in Scorpio means that it is time to, let's say, create adjustments in your life that will create positive transformations. Because of Scorpio. The Scorpio has to do with transformation, also emotional transformation, and also death in life and stuff like that. Yeah. August 14th, Mars and Gemini conjunction Jupiter and Gemini. With Jupiter and Gemini and Mars and Gemini, You can capitalize on the onset of new ideas, new philosophies, new philosophical ways of thinking about new ideas, and you could essentially, it is a perfect and ideal time to manifest, to put into manifestations these new ideals and new philosophies and new because of this Jupiter is about new ideas and philosophies as well. It's a perfect time to manifest these new ideas and philosophies. Essentially kind of like the time to, let's say, create this new religion of certain things because of this Mars and Jupiter being together. Let's see. August 14th, Mercury retrograde enters Leo. With Mercury retrograde enters Leo in the middle of the month, it'll actually feel like that you'll lose all patience regarding having this practical side of life done. And essentially, it's beneficial if you prioritize play during this time of during this retrograde, because prioritizing play and having fun will make it so that it'll relieve of the stress of this essentially retrograde, Mercury retrograde, where all this practicality will fail. So if you prioritize play and fun, it'll create an addition to your life, instead of taking away something from your life. So make sure to make sure that to not take things too seriously in that regards. Aquarius full moon. Aquarius full moon means that you will actually receive the outcomes and the fruits of the idealistic thinking and the positive outcomes of these new idealistic philosophies, idealistic new ways of thinking during this full moon, and you will manifest that these positive outcomes because of this Aquarius in the full moon. Let's see, August 20th, Moon Pisces conjunction Star Pisces means that your intuition will be clouded, and you'll essentially have to take responsibility because Saturn doesn't do well in Pisces, and Pisces is about imagination and intuition. So your imagination, intuition will kind of block your way of taking in that responsibility. So it's important. So during that time, this moon being there, that will accentuate. August 21, Moon Pisces conjunction Neptune Pisces means that there will be, in terms of, let's say, the future, which is Neptune, and not new ideas, but the future and ideals and spirituality, your imagination will prosper in that regard, where what's in your imagination is good to think about the future, because what is in your imagination regarding the future, that's going to have a long-term outcome effect because of this Neptune in Pisces. August 22, Sun enters Virgo. With Sun entering Virgo, it's a perfect opportunity to prioritize fulfilling the practical detail side of life. And in fact, the energy will have you inspired to take care of the practical side of life and the small details and the routine-oriented stuff. And you'll actually get a lot from that because of the Sun in Virgo. Moon in Taurus conjunction Uranus Taurus. Radical change in itself will have this quirky and fun feeling and playfulness to it, where radical change in itself will be around fun and sensual pleasures. And that will accentuate during this time. August 26th, last quarter moon in Gemini, means that you can clear out specific ideas regarding philosophies and intellection and mentality, and you can clear out those ideas regarding those intellectual things in your mind. August 28th, Mercury direct in Leo means that you can go back and prioritize work, and you can balance during this time. The work and play part of your life will be balanced. August 29th, Venus enters Libra. There will be kind of like the beauty aspects of creating relationships during this time. It is a Venus entering Libra. It's in this ruler sign. Venus is Libra's ruler sign. It is actually the most perfect opportunity to create relationships during this time, and it's the time of creating the new soulmate or the new relationships. When you create the new relationships during this time, you'll prosper. Essentially, this energy is all about union, connection, love, and harmony, and creating new relationships. So essentially, don't be surprised if you have a start of a new relationship during Venus entering Libra. It's a perfect time for that. Okay.